Sean O'Connor, 152 Hickory Corner Road, apartment 313, East Windsor, New Jersey, 08520. First of all, Happy New Year. I hope everybody had happy holidays. First thing I want to say, with all due respect, you just voted on a list of resolutions without giving the public any chance to ask you any questions about any of these resolutions. Some of the questions I would have asked, for example, I'd like to know about the official newspapers, I'd like to know about the interest rate on delinquent taxes, I'd have liked to know about the bylaws of council for year 2015. It seemed kind of inappropriate to just sort of skip through all that without talking about it, so I'd like to submit that opinion. Next. Quite honestly, I find the timing of this meeting inappropriate. There's also a school board meeting, same time. It's Hightstown High School, so members of the public kind of have to choose. Do I want to sit through all of the reorganizational meeting at the town council, or do I want to go and see the school board meeting? And I mean, if you care and you really believe...
And we were fortunate you chose us. Okay. That's all right. Continue.
So I just wanted to say, as members of concerned citizens like to hold their elected officials accountable very thoroughly. I know I do. So when I have to choose, I feel like it's unfair, and I feel like it's unfair to the rest of the public. I note that last year, it was also the reorganizational meeting was at an inconvenient time. It was on New Year's Day. I mean, let's just have respect for the common people who don't want to go out on New Year and who don't want to have to choose between the school board and the town council. I think it's just a matter of respect. I do know that you did get back to me. I emailed you about this. I think there were many days this week that maybe we could have chose. You did it on New Year's last year, so I'm sure there were more options. And I just want to say that next year, and I hope in the future, that both the town council and the school board will talk to each other a little bit and make sure that they don't have meetings at the same time. And let's make sure we don't have meetings on holidays. Just, again, it's out of respect for the concerned citizen. Next, with all due respect, Mayor, I'm really upset because I believe it was 2 meetings ago, I had expressed frustration because I've asked you a list of questions and addressed a list of concerns. For example, I asked you about how your salary is established. You didn't answer that question. When I said that you didn't answer that question, you told a lie to the public and said that you had answered that question before and that I just didn't like your answer. For the record, that's not true. That is a lie, and I hate to say it. I hate to make that comment, but it's true and it has to be said, and I wish you wouldn't lie to the public. I wish you would not do that. I wish in the future, when I ask you questions, you would answer them. If I am upset with you because you didn't answer them, I wish you'd just fess up or answer them. I just think that's the proper thing to do. Next, I'd really like to hear something about debt reduction. We're in over $21 million of debt. I want to know what we're going to do to lower that debt. I'd like to know what your borrowing plan is. I would like to know how your salary is established. I've asked that time and time again. I'd love to know the answer to that. Again, I'd like to have filmed meetings. Like I said, I made a comment about having this meeting now and the school board meeting being at the same time. Imagine if these meetings were filmed. It would be less of a conflict. Unfortunately, I can't go online and watch this meeting. This is not usual, ladies and gentlemen of the public. Today they actually have this filmed. Typically it's not filmed. The only portions of the meetings that are typically filmed are when the mayor hands someone a nice little plaque and everybody's smiling. They film that part. Then we go next door and I issue my criticisms. There's no camera there. There's only mine when I have the opportunity to bring it. I don't think that's right. I think the community has the right to see everything that happens at these meetings, the pretty things and the criticisms and just everything that goes on. The next thing I want to say is I vehemently am opposed to this concept of having a town council appoint a mayor. In all the other communities here in central New Jersey, you actually get to vote democratically for your mayor. So ladies and gentlemen of East Windsor, there are 2 things that could actually happen with respect to having a democratically elected mayor. One, our wonderful elected officials could pass an ordinance that will put it on the ballot for us to vote and say we want a directly, democratically elected mayor, or we can go door to door and we can have a petition signed and we can have it on the petition, we can have it on the ballot, forgive me, without them. Either way, we have the right to self-determination. When you think about it, it's ridiculous. The people in Hong Kong want the same thing that we're asking here for, the right to democratically elect our mayor. So I ask that you think about this. You think about the fact that people in Hightstown, they get to watch mayoral debates where people get to ask the questions to the mayoral candidates, and they get to hear what each of them have to say, and they vote. Not 5 people or however many, my mind is slipping, I'm a little nervous tonight, are here on the town council. We get the say. We deserve the say, and I hope that you will think about this, and I hope that you guys will think about this, and I hope that maybe you consider actually putting an ordinance that would put this on the ballot. And the last thing I just want to say is there's nothing I feel more passionate about than a discussion-style public forum. Typically, when we have these town council meetings, I will go and I will ask questions, and they won't get answered. I'll be told to sit down, and I'll say, I'd rather not sit down because I'd like to hear the answer, and maybe I'd like to follow up, and she'll tell me to sit down anyway, which I don't think is fair. I don't think it's very conducive. You know, the neighborhoods up in New England are known for more town forum discussion style. I think it works fine. I think it would be great if we adopted it here in East Windsor. In Hightstown, the public talks a lot more. I think we should have more discussion here in East Windsor. This is the reorganizational meeting. It's the first meeting of the new year. I think we have a lot to think about. I hope that all of you will think about these things that I pointed out. And ladies and gentlemen of the town council and Mayor Mironov, I hope you will consider these things. I hope, among all other things, that you will actually respond to some of the things I said today, if not all. Thank you very much.
Okay. Just so you know, the state legislature requires that even at ceremonial meetings that we list this portion of the meeting. So there you are. So the next item on our agenda tonight is presentations to volunteers. And we're very blessed in East Windsor. I've said this before, but we have so many people that come forward and agree to serve in our volunteer